Okay, Dan, thank you. A former Marine who shot and killed a University of North Texas student during a tense exchange is going to prison.
How much time Eric Jamal Johnson will serve for the killing of Sarah Muchlechner is still up to a jury as the punishment phase in his murder conviction continues. Johnson claimed he only fired the gun to scare people in another car, not strike anyone. Fox 4's Richard Ray has more tonight from Denton. Rich.
Good evening, Natalie. The jury began deliberations this morning after hearing final arguments in the case. By early afternoon, they had a verdict. The fatal shooting involved an exchange of words between two carloads of people who just left a party New Year's morning 2016. 20-year-old UNT student Sarah Muchlechner, the non-drinking designated driver behind the wheel of one car with 3 of her friends. 20-year-old Marine Eric Jamal Johnson behind the wheel of the other with 4 of his friends. A dark SUV seen on surveillance video speeding away after the shooting. Johnson testified that a question from his SUV, "Where's the next party?" was answered by gay and racial slurs that someone yelled, "How'd you like to get shot?" Witnesses in the victim's car deny slurring anyone. They say men in Johnson's car aimed derogatory, sexually explicit comments at the women in Muchlechner's car. Johnson testified he displayed his gun, admitted he fired 2 shots, but that he meant only to frighten, to shoot over the car, not to kill anyone. Muchlechner was shot in the head, and the car crashed into a pole.
Is that a unanimous verdict of each and every one of the 12 jurors?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you would please hand that to the bailiff.
Defense attorneys argued Johnson's actions deserved a verdict of manslaughter, but the jury did not agree.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Eric Jamal Johnson, guilty of the offense of murder.
The sentencing phase began this afternoon and included testimony from a Denton police detective who recovered multiple pictures from Johnson's phone after he was arrested at a Marine base in Yuma, Arizona, and brought back to Denton. Photos that showed him with the murder weapon, including some taken after the shooting. A gang expert from Fort Worth testified he could find no documented evidence of Johnson's involvement in a gang. But he did find photos of Johnson making gang signs with hands painted red, possible evidence of ties to the Bloods.
Maybe afterwards.
Maybe after?
Yes.
Sarah Muchlechner's father also took the witness stand but declined comment on his way out of court. Muchlechner was a junior at UNT where she studied radio, television, and film. She was a member of the Zeta Tau Alpha sorority. Her father told jurors that he cherished the 20 years that he'd had with his daughter, his only child, that it's been a difficult day-to-day struggle for he and her mother since her murder. Judge Bruce McFarling did allow our camera into the courtroom during the reading of the verdict, but not for any testimony. The sentencing phase will continue first thing in the morning. Natalie, Johnson faces at least 5 years in prison, up to life in prison.
All right, Richard Ray live in Denton tonight. Thank you.